First up, fuck your bitch and every click you claim. We beat that white inside that Pyrex every which way. 6 loose dropping, boy, like who copping, boy? It's that Biggie and Cali Suge like Tupac, your boy. Infrared on your nose, Rudolph, your boy. Got a chopper, I call Gotti like who dolphed your boy? Nigga, who dolphed your boy? You want that dog food? We got Scooby, you barking, boy. Low-key high as Shaggy, Mr. Boombastic, boy. More money, more money, more. More money, more money, more. Bring major pain, Damian Wayne. Know what I'm saying? Huh. More money, more money, more. Bitch, we hit homers for the dough. You home, I'm at the dough. I'm at the dough, cocaine, bitch. The way I drink it out the bottle, you'll think it was water. Live for the day, act like ain't no tomorrow. The way I drink it out the bottle, you'll think it was water. Live for the day, act like ain't no tomorrow.
B Kiddo.
No.
First question, why the hiatus?
I was pretty much finding myself. I call it digging myself into a rabbit hole. And the deeper that I went, the deeper that I got, to the point where I didn't even know how to get out sometimes, I think. And it took me to realize that all the dirt that I had tunneled through within myself, I just had to stand on it to get back on my feet, so to speak. I have a way of like illustrating everything that I'm trying to say. So I was just finding myself as a person, as a mother. Like I fell apart, broke down into a million pieces, and I just was taking my time putting myself back together.
All right, so what made you just decide? Was it one day you were just like, okay, I'm gonna come back, this is what I want to do?
God, no. I thought I was gonna come back like 100 times. I think with each song that I did, I was like, this is the one, I'm coming back out with this. And nope, it didn't happen like that. It wasn't until I started going back to school and I started taking other things in my life more serious that I started taking music more serious from a business standpoint. I was in such a creative process, but you can't just be in your creative process. You have to handle business too. So once I was going to school, like I said, and once I got out of my rabbit hole and was like, all right, Kiddo, you gotta, because like I was stuck in this place where I was like, I just want to make music. I don't want to work no job. I just want to be a fucking rapper. I just want to be an artist because I am a creator and I just want to create. And that's all I was doing, was creating music. Like I was not recording the music. I was sitting around working on music, dealing with myself, and like coming up with music from a creative standpoint. But that's all I did. Like you gotta really be careful what you say. And so then it wasn't until I started going to school, working a job that went with what I was going to school for, which is culinary arts and being a chef and handling my business, that I said, you know what, now it's time to drop. Like my words changed and everything. It wasn't just I want to make music. It was time to drop. So then I started booking studio sessions on my own, paying for it, not looking for nothing for free. And once you start putting money into something you're doing, you want to see that in return. Or even if you don't want to see money in return, you want to see results. So at that point, that's when it was like the CD developed on itself, on its own, I mean.
So you were saying, like, you know, how you pretty much, ideally you were looking for balance. So do you feel like, you know, getting in school and getting a job and just being able to balance helped you as far as balancing your music career?
Yep, that's why on the CD cover, the CD is called 9, and the 9 is on a scale. It's a little digital scale that you use for other things than like cooking maybe. But no, I do have that kind of skill in my knife kit. But that's what the CD cover is an illustration of that. Like my newfound self my newfound balanced self. Boom, that's it.
Exotic link, color bundles hanging to my ass crack. Hella groove like Stella, better tell them get they swag back. Limousine 10 on the 5th, like who has that? Cause you bitches ain't seeing me. Flashback, they all know who running. They like Kiddo, you dumb, and these hoes ass backwards and be high capping, but they ass cap do nothing.
Just going back to you talking about 9 and the album, going back to your listening party, in there you said a lot, and you said you wanted to, you know, address everything that was talked about and address all the rumors. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you just wanted to address, or do people gotta listen to the album?
You definitely have to listen to the album, but I don't really address rumors. Mm-hmm. I think I address, I guess you could say rumors, because everything comes from some sort of truth, I think. No rumor is ever just pulled from thin air. Now granted, it might be very, very much exaggerated, but there's always some seedling of truth in it. So what I touch on, because when I went into my hiatus, a lot of the things that I heard were based around me and drug usage. And a lot of it was never what it seemed to be. Some of it was what they thought it was, but it was the outcome, like this result story, end result story that would come out of all of that was never what people. So ultimately though, what came from out of that was that all of that stuff that I went through, and drug usage played a big part in me finding myself. So I think is that touch on it? I think that's it. But you definitely have to listen to the CD.
Right.
That's the biggest part of it. Like me doing drugs rewired me, my thought process, my creativity, because like I did a lot of it when I was by myself. Like there would be times where people would say like I was out in public and oh she was this and she was that. Like normally I was probably drunk. Like I'm a lot more vocal if I'm on alcohol. But when I would be like on whatever I was on, I would be by myself. Like I became very introverted and so that and what I would go through, my thought process while I would be by myself doing whatever I was doing is what you get from the CD.
We up, we ain't hurting. Plugged out, we ain't working. Now the whole town he's serving. Ain't gotta fuck around with that pearly. Extend the clip, hold 30. Life lit, no worries. I used to get my nose so dirty when I was fucking around with that pearly. Fuck around with that pearly. Fuck around with that pearly. I used to get my nose so dirty when I was fucking around with that pearly.
Earlier you talked about, the rebirth and everything, but why the title 9? Like, why is 9 so significant to you?
It's on the intro, at the end of the intro I speak on it. 9 is the only number in supreme mathematics that gives birth to itself. It represents birth/rebirth in supreme mathematics. So hence it takes 9 months to make a baby. They say cats have 9 lives. I don't think cats do. I think people have 9 lives. I say that all the time. So that's the significance in it. Numbers are language. Like numbers are the ultimate way of communicating. That's why they like numbers don't lie and all these different things. But that's not really what people think it is. It has nothing to do with money and shit like that. It's just like a universal language of laws that can't be created, manipulated, or destroyed. That's a whole nother interview that we'd be going into. I feel my my supreme being shit.
Philosopher.
Yes.
Alright, so with 9, who did you work with? Did you work with local producers, local artists? And tell me about that and how you guys came about in collaborating.
A lot of the people that I work with are, everything that I do is from an organic standpoint for the most part. BB Slim did some beats on there. He's like my brother. And he's one of the first people I ever started working with. Mossberg, Montana did a beat on there, and he gave me my first rap name when I was in like 9th grade. Artist wise, there aren't too many features. One of my good friends, Cap DiCaprio, he did a couple of beats on there too. Shout out to Drum Gods, just per Killer C, all the Drum Gods. That's like a conglomerate of beatmen that I love to death and work with. Qualos also did a couple of beats on there. He's from Drum God. They are all people that I've met like in studios, became friends with. Cap, he has a feature on the song, on the CD, Re-Up. So yeah, like if I get a vibe from people, and I cling to those kinds of vibes when I'm in, like music wise. I don't cling to friends per se, but when I meet, I cling to a certain type of conglomerate, what's the word I'm looking for? Camaraderie in the studio, yeah.
Alright, so what is the female MC community like in Charleston?
Girl, a sorority. Sororities. Cause these bitches, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I guess you could say it's, what is it? It is like a sorority, I guess. It's a lot of females making music right now. A lot of strong personalities. There are some. I'm cool with whoever. I can't say I like everybody. I don't know everybody enough to like them or dislike them. Music wise, I don't like everybody's style. Everybody don't gotta like my style. I haven't worked with many females. Glizzy is a really good friend of mine. It's a lot of them doing their thing. Yazzie, Faith, you got Chelsea, Shell Blaze. Those are a few that I know like off the top of my head. I don't know if not too many of us have worked together. But I mean, people got their own lives. We got kids. We got everybody has their own thing going on. Shout out to all of them. But I would say it's like a sorority.
Well, what do you think would happen, with the Charleston music scene if all of you guys, just decided just to get together just to make one dope song or just start to collaborate? Do you think that's something that could happen? Because I mean, you have guys who, locally work together, but I don't see a lot of women as far as artists.
But you know what? We did the cypher.
Right.
We did do, and you know what? Shout out to Iman. Who else? Jazz. A lot of them I know by their name and not so much by about their rap names. We did the cipher. I think that we don't give each other enough credit, or people don't give females, not us per se,
right,
but as a whole, females don't get enough credit for the camaraderie that we do have. My style is airborne, I'm flyer than Air Jordan. The kings will be overthrown and I'm the heir to their throne. I don't care if they're on it. Beware, yeah, this is a warning. They scared and stairs prolongs and still clear of this clairvoyance. I'm watching niggas like Hulu, hit them with the voodoo. Brown bitch with me, milk chocolate like a yoo-hoo.
These niggas want you for your money, not your common sense. Pay attention, little boy, you irrelevant. Paper chasing been a sport, this ain't nothing new. I've been the queen with these bars, you been old news. Focus on my grind, ain't no holding back. Bring the heat from the side, so my savage back.
Hey mom, you can't be killing bitches, but if you do, be sure to make it count and wrap it up. And bitch, you better not leave no witness. I dropped a nigga, yeah, I call that shit that weight loss. You give me part, but I'm moving like I'm Centaurs. I'm making double limbs, jeeping up like Rick Ross. I'm talking music money, bitch, I'm getting it off. Dropped the tape in 16, got niggas coughing in the Philippines.
And I met you there.
Yeah.
I was able to, I was like, see?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Networking,
and you was
right.
rapping too.
You know, dropping a hot 16 every now and then. You know, I might need a ghostwriter. No, I'm kidding. All right, so with that being said, I don't know, but with the momentum that you have right now, and you know, you just dropped a mixtape and you have visuals coming, do you kind of feel like you're at the forefront for Charleston female rappers?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do feel like that. There are people that probably would disagree. You have some people that, like, I think overall, yes, I am, because I think I cover I cover all the bases more than anybody else right now. I've also been doing it kind of a lot longer than a lot of the other girls. So me saying I'm at the forefront, to me, is not like saying I'm ahead of y'all. I'm like, hey, y'all, come on. But like, I feel like I have something that I say, like, when you see people doing what you're doing and you're not yielding the results that they're yielding, and you don't ask them any questions, and you just have to accept the fact that you're shortchanging yourself. Because if anybody was to ask me, like, Kiddo, what do you think I should do? I would tell you what I do, what works for me, what I see you doing, what I think works for you. Because I really kind of want to be like an artist, developer and stuff in the long run. Like, my passions run way deeper than just doing music. So I'd be willing to help anybody, like, cultivate and hone their craft.
I come alive in the nighttime, I get going and then I go on my right mind. You can read between the lines, I draw up the lines and I'm going with the white lines. But your bitch a drug hoe on the white lines, got a couple drug lords with the white now.
You know, I think I've always been a hip hop artist, but I've kind of only cultivated being a rapper, but because I think finding yourself, you grow as an artist. I went from being a rapper to an artist, to a hip hop artist or whatever. So like, you get, being a hip hop artist, you get like, your audience broadens into an audience that enjoys and appreciates music a lot more. So I get a lot more gratification from the scenes that I'm in now, the previous ones, the singular rap crowds. Like, they might like your music, but they don't appreciate the music like hip hop heads.
I thought the worst thing that you could ever be was broken. Then I fell apart. That's when you can't tell hell and death apart, or even dream of a heaven to start. So I was out here being a hell of a fraud, throwing up, obsessed with a rock, upsetting my mama, neglecting my daughters. Pills on my dresser right next to the soft.
What do you have coming up next? Do you plan to release more music, more visuals?
Visuals, definitely.
What are the people going to see or hear?
I plan on doing a visual for every song off the CD, off 9. I felt something crawling on me. All right. Yeah, I'm doing visuals for every song off the CD. So far I've done 2, More Money, More Water. Yeah. I have an event that I'm planning, not a concert because it's not that big of a scale, but a show that I'm planning that is all me, that I'm really excited about. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. And mixtape viral stuff, but as far as music projects, I'm pushing 9 for the whole 9, unintended.
My always go-to question that I ask everyone: what do you think is stopping Charleston from having that one breakout artist, in your personal opinion?
It's just not time yet. It's time now. We're the last ones. We're the last market, especially when you think about these port cities where culture is. Because America is not known for culture. You know what I mean? Like, we are pretty watered down. We're a plethora of ethnicities, and so I think of the places that are the richest in culture, pop. And so when I say that, I'm like, okay, you got up top, up north, where it's like culturally diverse, and so in that aspect, it makes it rich in culture. Port cities like Miami and New Orleans, we are the last of those that have not popped. If you like Geechee Gullah, and they say that's for last. That is simply my answer. Like everybody goes back and forth with what, but I just think it just isn't time. It wasn't time yet. I mean, this is the #1 tourist city. It's been named the #1 tourist city, you know, by all these different magazines and things every year. You got things like Maserati lots here and shit. So there's money here. People, and you know, and they like, it's a crab bucket, it's a crab. Well, okay, what if the crabs aren't trying to pull each other back into the bucket? Why can't the crab in the sink reach out and everybody hold on and everybody pull each other up? It's about perspective. Okay?
Alright, and last question, where can we find you? Where can we find your music? All that good stuff.
I could be out here.
Well, where they gonna find you at out here?
Music wise,
we will follow you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I'm get my spiel.
Yeah, your spiel. This is your time. This is your plug. This is your plug job. It's okay. I'll ask again. It's okay.
Keep this. It's raw and uncut. Okay?
Oh gosh.
My Instagram is where you can probably find me the best, and Facebook too. My Facebook is Kiddo Music. Twitter, Kiddo_Daho. I have my music is on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Tidal.
Heaven keep waiting. I deal with Satan. I'm dropping threats. The devil free basing. Swear he keeps saying I want more. I need some more. I told that bitch to hit my phone.
And this is a perfect entry, and here she goes. Perfect way to end the interview. Is there anything? This is your close-up. Is there anything that you would like to say? This is your time, girl.
Who's looking right?
Anything?
Say hey. Say hi.
Say hi. Say hey next up, Charleston.
Say hey next up, Charleston. No.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna say it?
Say hey next. No.
This way?
Look at the camera. Say hey next up.
Okay, I'll take it. Perfect. Episode 11, Kiddo.
Yo.
It's a wrap.
Drop top of a Mustang, real rude boy. Glock 40's a Mustang, and keep that chopper by my side. That's my BFF. Yo, bitch wide open like my third eye. Ain't no CBS.